After over 1,000 consultations in 11 years of coaching, I can tell you there are 3 habits that separate the men who lose belly fat from the men who keep trying to. And if you're stuck right now, you're missing at least one of them. These 3 habits don't need extra time in the gym or a stricter diet, but they do need to target specific moments in the day or week where everything just falls off track. Okay, so this is one of the most overlooked habits. Even the people that know exactly what they're doing kind of skip over this. Treating the weekend just like the rest of the week. Yes, it's the hardest part, but it's also the part that, in my view, is most important if you actually want to lose your belly fat. And it's more likely to go wrong when you've been under eating during the week and you end up feeling deprived by Friday or maybe even Thursday. Then you fold your entire weekly deficit in 2 days without even noticing it. Take, for example, James, one of my clients. He was stuck in this exact cycle for 6 months before we spoke. And what was missing was a plan going into the weekend, even just a rough one. So we mapped out the meals he could control. We made sure those were high in protein, high in fiber, and different enough from his weekday meals to avoid palate fatigue. We also got him eating a small pot of yogurt with berries and a teaspoon of honey before he went out to eat. That just meant he didn't go out starving. And then we also pre-decided his meal before I got him to pre-decide his meal even before he got to the restaurant. After that, every Sunday, James was hitting a new low. Look, restaurants will always be a challenge. But if you focus on a lean protein, plenty of steamed veg most of the time, you'll do just fine. And if you want a burger, track it as a rough guess before you get there and work backwards. Maybe you have half the portion of chips, a low-calorie soda, and just skip dessert. I will never tell you you can eat whatever you want because there will always be sacrifice. But when you're done with this fat loss, you've lost your belly fat, you can have those moments way more often. And it's not just food. Weigh in Saturday and Sunday too. You want to keep the habits in place, the ones that are helping you get lean. In my experience, the men who skip the weekend weigh-in lose touch with reality and drift. If Monday morning shows a big spike, don't panic. Even if Sunday does, don't panic. It could be a high carb, high sodium meal you had the night before, or maybe even several, that has added 2 to 5 pounds of water weight. And it will go by Tuesday or Wednesday. But if it hasn't, and it's still there by like Thursday, maybe you've gained a pound of fat. But when you're following these habits, you stop fearing the scale because you understand what it's telling you. So most men spend a lot of energy thinking about what they eat, but nowhere near enough about when they eat, consistently, every single day. For years, I ate when I was hungry. And you're probably nodding your head and thinking that's a bad idea, because I found out that I have the appetite of a competitive eater. And most of the time I wasn't even hungry, yet I'd finish 1,200 calories worth of cashew nuts on top of my actual meals without even thinking about it. But once I started eating my first meal, roughly the same time or window every morning, that cycle just stopped. And over time, your body learns when food is coming, give or take an hour, and then it starts getting hungry at those times rather than randomly throughout the day, providing you're eating filling meals. And it turns out there's actually some research showing that regular eating patterns increases daily calorie burn, mainly through giving you more energy to move more and managing hunger levels. Most of all, for me, it takes away the guesswork and gives you the eating structure you need. Now, I'm not waiting until I'm starving and in no mood to make some good decisions. I've already made the decisions when I was thinking clearly. I know exactly, well, at least more or less, what I'm eating, when, and that manages hunger for me and massively reduces cravings. It keeps me honest and on track. Let's face it, By 8 o'clock at night, after a full day of decisions, your brain is fried. And in that state, it defaults to whatever is easiest and most rewarding, which is usually the most indulgent, high calorie options in the house, or maybe on your ordering app, Deliveroo, or Uber Eats, whatever. What I usually see is someone skipping breakfast, having a very light lunch, and then getting to the evening starving. Then they eat dinner and they keep going because the meal wasn't filling enough, or they're just exhausted and trying to convince themselves they must have calories left. Then they go to bed feeling terrible and decide, I need more willpower. But where are you going to get that willpower from at 9 at night? You don't need more willpower. You need to set the day up better. You can't go into the evening starving when you're tired. Think about the evening in advance and work backwards. Make sure breakfast and lunch are built around lean protein, plenty of vegetables, and maybe a fibrous carb. So you're not arriving at dinner just desperate. And then pick the time to close the kitchen. Maybe it's 8, like whatever works for you. And after that, it's done. No more cooking, definitely no snacking, and no more decisions around food. Then you want to move the tempting high calorie stuff well outside or completely out of the house. Research shows that simply seeing food increases how much you eat, even when you're not hungry. You need to make it as inconvenient as possible to make that bad decision at 9 at night, and most of the time, you won't bother. So now you've got the 3 habits that actually move the needle, and none of them require you to be a different person at the weekend or find some sort of reserve of willpower you've never had before. But even with all those 3 dialed in, a lot of men still hit this wall. They're consistent 7 days a week. Their habits are solid and the scale still stops moving. And it's usually because their deficit is closed on them without them realizing it. I'd suggest watching this video next, even if you don't think it's happened to you yet, because it will. I'll see you there.